Good morning, everybody. I am so happy to be back. How is everyone? Well, as you can see, I have a little something different on my table. So let me tell you what's going on here. Some of you that are new to my channel, many moons ago, before I got into resin, I used to do jewelry, and part of that jewelry used to be, I used to make rosaries. Well, I had a request to do a rosary because my husband's uncle passed away suddenly, and his mom, who is also Caitlin, my daughter's godmother. Well, Caitlin asked me to make a rosary for her. And so she picked out the beads and everything. And so she needs it before Thursday. So I thought, you know what? What a better way to show everyone how to make one. So I got it started because it is a long process, but I've already put the hooks on the first 40 beads, and let me show you what these look like. And so it takes 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it takes 50. I think they're called Our Fathers. And then I'm not Catholic, so I'm not sure how this works, or not how it works, but what they're exactly called. And then I think these are the Hail Marys, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. And then this is a centerpiece, and then it ends with the crucifix. So what she picked are these beads that are pure amethyst, because she was born in February, so that's why she picked amethyst. And then for the Hail Marys, she picked these, which they are Swarovski crystals. And so those are going to be that. And then this is the centerpiece that she chose. And then this will be the crucifix. And then these will be all of the connector chains. And I've already put the hooks on 40 of these. I'm going to do 10 with you, and then these here. So, and I know that some people like to make the hooks themselves, but I use a looper, because back in the day when I used to do these, I made tons of them. And so I didn't have time to sit and loop every single one of these. So they came out with these loopers, and they have 3 different sizes. And this is a 1.5 millimeter. And they have, I think, 2.0 and then, or 2.5 and then 3.0. I can't remember. They're over there. But anyway, so I'm using the 1.5 because these are 6 millimeter beads, so they're pretty small. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I'm doing this. So I've already made the loop on this end, and what I'm doing is I'm using these big already. Let me take some of these out of here because they're hard to get out of here. So I'm using these that I've already got one on one end, and I get two. I can get two out of this. So I've already made, and this is what it'll look like once I cut it off. And then I'll use this for the next one. So I've already got this piece looped on one end. So I go ahead and stick the bead on there. And then this is the looper. So you stick, and there's a hole on the end of this looper. And so you stick that in there, push it up there next to the bead, and then you clamp it and then go around with it, and then you bend it just like that. And it makes your little loop for you. So that's how that works. Now, this was a piece that was cut off, and so now we're going to make a loop on this end, and I just stick that in there, make my little loop, bend it, and done. And then I stick this in my bead, and I continue to do that on each bead. Until I get them all done. And then I spit out the other. So then we're just going to keep moving on. I know this is an unusual video for me, but I thought it would be kind of cool for you guys to see how I used to do these and how it's actually done. I don't know, maybe some of you have already seen how it's done, but and then that's the spare piece. So then I cut, and then stick that through. And I've still got quite shaky hands, so you guys will have to pardon that. Done. See how much faster it is to use a looper than trying to make all of these by hand. And I used to make a ton of rosaries. The only thing I can't do is bless them. I mean, I can, but it wouldn't be. And of course, Milo missed you guys. All of the beads that I make my rosaries out of are 100% natural. I don't use any glass or, I mean, other than the Swarovski crystals. And this goes pretty fast. I can usually get a rosary done usually in about an hour, less. As long as I don't have any issues. So how is everyone? Gosh, I missed everybody. Seems like it's been forever since I've been on here. It was tough laying around, not doing anything. Hated it. But I knew it's what I had to do. I was warned by my urologist. He said, if you want this to work, you have to listen to what I tell you. All right, so now we're going to go through and do the crystals. Now, these rosaries, you can make them as fancy and as not fancy as you want to make them. You can put bead caps on them. She didn't want anything like that. She just wanted it just like this. She didn't want any bead caps or anything like that. So and I've made some quite fancy ones, that's for sure, in my day. Oof. Sometimes these beads don't want to cooperate either. Because I was actually nervous to make a video today. I thought I forgot how to do it. Oh gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. Come on. My hands want to shake. Well, that didn't work out so swell. Sometimes you gotta bend them in place yourselves. Like, see how that one didn't close? And it's because I moved the thing. And so then you have to go in here and you have to move or bend it yourself, which is no big deal. I'm not used to doing this on display. Trying to hang on to this and do it at the same time. And it's not cooperating. And show you at the same time. Oops, I need that. It's quite fun, actually, once you get everything going. The fun part's putting it together. Last one. What do you guys think? You think you guys could do this? And voila! I'll save that piece. And then the rest of these can go in the trash. Probably wondering what I had these rubber bands for. When I get my beads out, I put them inside these rubber bands so they don't roll away. Okay. So this is going to be the first 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me grab my other pair of pliers here. Well, I don't know where my other needle nose are, so I guess I'm going to have to use a flat nose. Okay, so now we're going to connect all these pieces. And basically, how we're going to do that is we're just going to, if I can hang on to it here, we're just going to, oh, Lord. We're just going to open that up. And we're just going to slide this one onto it, just like that. And then we're going to pull it back. And we're going to close it. And then the same for this one. Because if you don't get them closed, what'll happen is they will come apart. And you don't want that to happen. Especially if they're in church praying. Let me see if I have another pair of pliers that has maybe a different end. I know these are for wire, straightening out wire, but maybe they would help. Although they're pretty small. It's just trying to hang on to them. That's the problem. They're so tiny. Oh, perfect. That worked perfect. And as it gets longer, it'll be easier to hold on to. Oh my goodness. Maybe you guys don't want to watch me do this. Oh goodness. Trying to get a hold of it and hang on to it, that's a whole other story. But that works. It's closing every one of them perfectly. And I'm not scratching it. Yay! It seems to work better when I do it this way. Because then the bead can fall. With gravity. Just got to get my finger out of there. So far, so good. And then when I'm all done, once I get it all together, then I go back and double check all of the hooks. just to make sure that they're all closed. I'm going to put these 10 together, and then I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to put them all together and then come back so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me struggle through all of this, because it is quite time consuming and quite maddening. But I just wanted to show you guys how this was done, how I put them together. Now this one is the one that didn't go closed all the way, so I gotta fix that. And now I can squeeze it together. So now you see how they all loop together. That one there needs to be looped or closed a little bit more. These are so small, it's hard for you guys to see and me to see at the same time. I'm really trying to get this so y'all can see. It's just really hard. So that one's closed. And the next one, if I can keep it on there. This is probably one of the smaller ones I've done. I like to do them usually about 8 millimeters because they're so much easier to work with. Okay. One more. And then I'll be our first 10. And then I'll get all these put together. And then when it's time to put all this together, I'll come back. All right. There's our first 10. All right. I'll come back when I get all these put together, and we'll put it all back. We'll put it all together, and then you can see how it works. Okay. BRB. Okay, y'all. Ready to get this together? Got it all mapped out here. I am going to move it up to the center so y'all can see. Okay. Let's get her done. Get her done. All right. So I need these little tiny jobs right here to connect everything. Okay. Here we go. And these are a link of 4, which is what's required. My little hands. Wish I had my other needle nose. Turn these around, see if I can do it this way better. And then we connect this. Make sure that this is right. That. Just like that. And we got to close this. Trying to show it to you guys is the hardest part. And close. All right. So that's like that. And then we got to put this one on the end of this one. Okay. I don't like bending these things open and closed because it makes the wire weak. I mean, the wire I use is stainless steel, but still. Okay. There's that. And then this connects onto that with a jump ring. I think. Yeah, jump ring. Just like that. It's the only ones that get jump rings are the connections between the beads and the chains. Just like that. And there's our first link. Woo! Now we get to do it all over again. So that's how that's done. So I will put you on pause and get all these links put together, and then I'll come back when we put this together. Okay? All right. BRB. All right. We are at the finishing stretch of this. So now we just have to get this connected to the centerpiece. Hold this down here a little bit so you can see this. So we just have to connect this jump ring down here to the centerpiece. Close these off. It's the first one. I'm a little rusty, you guys. It's been a coon's age since I put these together. I mean, it's like riding a bike, but you really got to think about what you're putting together here. Plus, this one's really small. All right, now we're going to put another jump ring at the bottom. To connect the bottom chain. And then we'll close that. Okay, there's that. Now we connect this to the chain. like this. And then we have to connect another chain to the bottom one. Just going to flip it around here so I can do it correctly. Connect the chain. Close it. If I can get my fat fingers out of the way. Ugh. Okay. So there's that. Now we hook 3 of these together. Just singly hooking them together. No chain, just except for this one. So this one will hook to the chain by itself. And then these other 2 will hook straight to that one. I think this one needs to be closed because it will fall off. Yeah, this one. And this one. Okay, so there's those 3. All right, now this end has to connect to this chain. And it's already open, so this end connects with this chain. There, got it. All right, now I need to close that. Okay. And then this last bead will connect to that chain. Because it is the last Hail Mary. Okay. And then this chain will connect to the other end. You realize how dirty this stuff is till you start messing with it. Okay. There's that. Dunskies. And then we'll attach this to this gigantic jump ring on the end of this crucifix. And oh, voila. It is done. What do you guys think? And that is how you make a crucifix. Or I mean, not a crucifix. A rosary. Except it should be like, yeah, it's like that. That's good. So we have the 3, the 2, and then the 4, and then 10 Our Fathers, and the 9 Hail Marys. See if I can make this so you guys can see it a little better. I don't know how, but it's just hard to make a rosary easy to see. Can you guys see that? It's pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. Well, that was challenging today. But that's how you make a rosary. So I thought I would share that with you guys. I know it's not resin, but you know, sometimes we get called upon to make other things. You know, when you have other things that you can do, some people like for you to make them other things. So that's what I got called upon to do. And it is for my husband's uncle. And he was a great man. And matter of fact, he was an Elvis lookalike, you guys. Like, not kidding, Elvis lookalike. So, but anyway. So, there you have it. That's how you make a rosary. It's made out of real amethyst stones and Swarovski crystals. And of course, these are silver. So none of that will tarnish over time. Stainless steel doohickeys that connect them all together. So, yeah. All right, guys. Let me know what you think about this little venture that I took on today to show you how it's done. Yeah. Something new, something different. All right, guys. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you thought it was interesting, let me know your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button. And, you know, if you'd like to see more of these kinds of things, let me know. I definitely need the practice because I'm out of practice. But yeah. And if you're just kind of lurking around trying to find channels to watch, definitely subscribe to this channel. I'm all about trying new things or introducing new things or, you know, whatever. I'd love to have you. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on this journey with me today, and we'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye.